And what did we just do? Fourth dungeon.
Fourth dungeon.
Fourth dungeon in the Dark World.
Yeah.
So we skipped 2 dungeons.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Tim.
I'm Doug.
And this is
Loveable Miscreants Gaming.
And we're back with Link to the Past.
Yep. So we're gonna go rescue this frog. Or toad.
What?
Ribbit. Rescuing a frog.
Are we going to take him back to Kakariko?
Yeah.
We're in the Dark World, and we're talking to a frog.
Yep.
Okay. And I thought the other stuff was weird. What are these things?
They're posts. I gotta bang them all down because, you know, OCD.
Oh, trust me, I know the feeling.
Or, you know,
At least.
not OCD, but solving a puzzle.
Oh, it's a thing?
It's
Oh,
a
that
thing.
you lied to me. Made me feel comfortable with my OCD for the first time. Oh, come! Okay. I'll accept that one, actually. Now that I think about it. And there's a heart piece.
Yep.
I would have checked every skull for anything at this point, but you already have plenty of rupees, as we've established every other time. Dude, you had 110 the last...
Oh, yeah, no.
Jesus,
Money
man.
means nothing in this game. Like,
God, it means a lot in Breath of the Wild, and you
Yeah.
can't find a damn thing.
yeah, I noticed that when I was playing through Breath of the Wild, and like I hadn't gotten.
It just turned into a thing.
Yeah, he's actually one of the blacksmiths.
So there are just the 2, or you find more?
It's just the 2.
Okay.
So
Are they making you a thing?
remember how I just gotten this like awesome sword? I give it up.
What?
I'm done with it. I
What?
give it to them.
Why? What?
I don't want it anymore. I don't want the master. See, look, it's gone. It's gone from my equipment.
What the hell?
I gave up the master sword.
Well, what the hell? What?
Sword of Evil's Bane. I gave it away.
What? I'm so utterly...
And now I'm gonna get a curse.
What the fuck is that?
That's fire.
What?
He's at least polite. He's asking if I'm okay with getting a curse.
Oh, basically like that friggin'... did you play Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door?
Yeah, it's like the chest.
That stupid little chest thing was always like, I've cursed you with this stupid thing that you'll never be able to... Oh, it helps you with everything.
Yeah, so you just
literally
cursed me,
everything.
so now I consume half the amount of magic power.
That's not a curse! I spiked, I'm so sorry. That's not a curse!
So yeah, I'm done with the sword. I gave it away.
That's bullshit. You gave up the most powerful weapon.
Yep.
And now because you're cursed.
And now I can punch.
Use less magic. You can punch now?
Now I can punch. I'm gonna wake up this
I
old man
literally feel bad for spiking recently.
and
but
tell him about how his son died. You know, make him really upset. He's already drunk in the bar, so.
So you just told him about his dead son?
Yep.
The one you killed?
I didn't kill him.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And then I'm gonna go wake up a bird.
That wakes up. That's a bird. That's a thing?
Yeah.
Come!
It's a duck.
This is...
So I have just
Okay,
unlocked...
hold on a second. Hold on. How would you have figured this out playing this the first time? What
So, the way
ever
you
would have
figure...
given that away?
So, I'm doing things so quickly.
I'm getting mad. I'm confused. Go.
So, there's NPCs, and you talk to them, and they tell you
I
what
need
to
a
do.
second.
You talk to the NPCs, and they tell you what to do. Oh, yeah, wait. They improved my sword.
You got it back.
Yeah, they tempered it for me.
Oh,
So, I just got the Master Sword, which is stronger,
I need a
and then
beer.
I just made it stronger.
And you just stole from the blacksmiths in the other dimension.
Yeah.
God, dude.
I mean, it's not their house. It's somebody in the Dark
So-
World who doesn't live there anymore. It's Thieves' Town, so I'm stealing from thieves.
I need a second.
So now that this chest is following me around, and I'm gonna,
Wait, a chest is following you? Is it a mimic?
No.
God.
I'm technically dragging it behind me,
Oh, okay.
because I can't open it. It's locked.
Thanks for clearing that up.
That's what the text said. It's locked, and you can't open it, so it's just gonna...
You
Just
can
take it with
wiggle
you.
And your sword's now a different color.
So now I can't sprint, or I'd lose the chest.
Oh, it like loses it. You
If
can't
I
just go
if I
pick
push
it back up.
if I push the button that makes me sprint, it'll drop it in place.
And you can pick it back up? Yes or no?
I think so. If I walk back into it, yeah.
Okay. So it's not lost.
It's not
just
lost. I just
inconvenient.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is again is fair, but so you've got 2 out of 7 of the, or 7 or
Yep,
7.
2 out of 7.
Trying to remember what the shape was. You open the menu too damn fast because you know what you're doing. And now you're on a mountain.
Now I'm on a mountain.
Oh God.
I'm gonna go read this tablet. Remember the vulture?
That little shit.
Remember him? He gets his.
What?
Bird dead.
What just... Okay, something needs to be explained. A bomb.
So-
what?
See, I dropped the chest.
Okay.
I dropped the chest.
Actually, that's a good example.
Because
Okay.
I hit the A button to
Please
read.
explain what you just did.
So I read the tablet, and the tablet says, hold the Master Sword aloft and you shall receive magical power.
The fire.
So it gave me the Bombos medallion, which creates it's a screen nuke. And then I talked to this dude. So, unfortunately, there's a very funny thing that you could do, and I didn't do it. Kind of upset I didn't do it. So if you read his sign, it says, please leave, this guy just wants to be left alone. Please leave him alone.
Okay. You're gonna go not do that.
No, I'm gonna go do it.
God. So it's just a different trigger? Wait, weren't we here? You were here before.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the...
So,
where's this?
if you go into the dungeon, you'll see that...
Just float.
when we go in the dungeon, I'll explain what goes on.
So you just open the water back up in an area that you just accessed.
Yeah.
And you got rid of the pond that was there.
So you see it mimics in the Dark World. So if you came in here normally...
You can swim now!
It wouldn't be flooded. And then if you go over to the other side, there's a little hint tablet, and when you read it, it tells you things are mirrored in the Dark World. So what you do in the Light World can affect the Dark World. So it's giving you a hint saying, hey, flood the temple, flood the dam in the Light World, it floods in the dark.
So that helps you get through later.
So that way you can actually enter the dungeon proper.
Okay. And there's a chest.
Yep.
A map you're not going to use.
I don't know why I've always liked this dungeon.
I think it seems to be the traversal.
At least thematically. Like, I don't actually like going through the dungeon because it's a little challenging. Because there's a lot of
is it just the
hard-hitting enemies.
Do you think it's just the visual aspect of...
I like the water theme to it, where you gotta flood the dungeon.
The added mechanic of...
The mechanic of flooding the dungeon.
That's actually... It is really cool, I'll be honest.
And I like the Water Temple in Ocarina of Time.
And then there you go.
The most hated dungeon of all Zelda games. I actually enjoy it. I've never found it all that difficult.
Why is it hated? Is it just a
So there's a mechanic,
or
there's a mechanic in that dungeon where you got to raise and lower the water level, and it's annoying. Apparently, it never bothered me when I ever played through the dungeon that you got to keep opening your menu to unequip and equip the iron boots, which allow you to sink.
Okay. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. You put heavy weights on your boots,
Yes.
you sink. That never bothered me, and I've never found the dungeon difficult because
You just do it.
I just understand the thought behind the dungeon, I guess. Like, I understand the intended path for the dungeon.
Ah!
Puzzles.
How would you have figured that out otherwise? If you didn't know that
Sliding
before?
blocks have been a staple puzzle mechanic since the first Zelda.
Well, no, what I mean is, how would you have figured out that moving it to that spot triggers the chest?
You just run into it and it moves. Like, if you're playing this game blind and you don't understand, you push every single block you come across. Assuming it can move.
God, it would take forever. So let me ask again. How many times do you think you've beaten this game? Clean cut?
20-ish.
And I'm easily assuming that the first time was obviously the longest. But have you gotten better every time, you think?
Yes.
Or just like not even the fact that
this
obviously
dungeon usually
this
gives
took
me
about 4 hours.
Gives me some trouble.
Drop the head.
Just because like I'm not careful when I'm moving around.
This is stuck in the thing. It's going real fast.
I'm not careful when I'm running around, and there aren't a whole lot of heart drops in this dungeon. And as a heart drop disappears.
And you don't even pick it up. You have fucking no health.
I got 6.
Yeah, it's not half. Half or more at all times. My philosophy. Which usually,
Nah, I usually run around with 2.
That's nuts. You don't do that. So you open another path that also floods with water.
Mm-hmm.
What? So you're trying to flood this room, I'm guessing? Or...
No, I'm trying to find the boss key.
Okay. Oh. Another heart piece. Another one. That heart piece don't drop enough. Liar. God, this just seems like so much nonsense. I hated like those brick moving puzzles in like the Articuno cave, or
What, the ice physics
like,
puzzles?
oh my god, it's not just the ice physics; it's the rock moving stuff, like leading to Mewtwo and Articuno and
Oh, where you got to push the boulder around, but you have to make sure you don't get it trapped anywhere.
yeah, and then you also have to drop it a floor down, so that way when you go down to that floor, the ice sliding would like stop you at the right location.
No, man, those are always super
Like
easy
that was
to do.
always like Reggie Ice's. That would drive me nuts.
Because of this. Like, I
Well,
grew up on this puzzle.
Which I'm probably talking to the wrong person, but which Pokemon gym was the 8th gym leader was an ice gym? Was that Hoenn? That was Gen 3.
That's the one where you had, yes, in Hoenn you had to break all the tiles.
Every tile.
Yeah.
I both loved and hated that.
Super easy for me because it's a Zelda thing.
It was so not a thing I'd ever done before.
Not in this game, but in the Game Boy games.
I would
It's a thing.
never.
You have to touch every tile.
Oh god, it drove me nuts figuring it out because I was like, how do I get through? I can't go up.
Pokemon were easy because it was like, the biggest one was like 15 tiles.
Yeah, you walk around the outside and you brim it in every time.
Try like 40. There's a Zelda one that's like 40 tiles.
What? Like it was the same thing like with the Reggie Ice cave. It was nuts to me because you have to backtrack and loop over and over again. And like this game is backtracking incarnate.
Yep.
Which I would forget. If I didn't write shit down, I would forget everything. If you had seen any of my notebooks as I was growing up, before Prima Guides was really a thing for me.
Oh, I had a checklist next to me with this game when I was playing.
I would fill out composite notebooks of
Just
all
'cause
kinds of crap.
There's a couple of heart pieces that I usually skip over because like
Other stuff is going on, I would assume.
it's more of just like rushing to beat the game rather than like
Everything and anything.
collecting everything. I just want to beat the game. But this time I decided to.
God. It turned into 2.
Yeah.
It's like the friggin' Metroid thing.
And then the little ones still can shock you and stun you and everything.
God, how is that fair?
So with this one, you have to unlock the switch and then go back to the right side rather than going straight on through.
So how?
Because both of those stairwells lead down here, but you need to be on this side so you can push that switch and drain the floor. So now instead of flooding, you're draining.
Oh, so it implements both mechanics to progress. Okay.
Fun fact, if you clip through the wall and you find yourself into this room, it's always drained, regardless of whether these rooms are...
Oh, it's implemented in game code. That's completely
Like,
different.
this room is just always looks like this, whether it's flooded or not, and the other two rooms. The other two rooms just have that, like, flooding effect.
Yeah, like I would have never
How about
thought of
this?
that. A what? Hidden door.
Hidden door. Because the other side just leads to a dead end.
What the hell?
I mean, they give you hints because you can see, like, if you go through that main room and get to the dead end, you can see, oh, there's another doorway leading out of this room. Also, if you check your map, it kind of shows you.
Yeah, maps. You don't need them, apparently. So you can't even attack that thing?
Nope.
How? Get up the ladder.
Current.
Get
There's
up
a
the
current.
ladder. Oh, there's a current?
Yeah.
What?
And boss time.
Was there a current in the outside water before? I don't
No.
remember.
Just that room.
Oh, this is insanity.
Yep, so you got to pull all the little
You gotta
fluff
pull
balls.
off the popcorn.
Yep.
And it's just a big eye jellyfish. Ew, it looks like it's
So,
something from Doom.
in the Game Boy Advance remake, they added a new dungeon. It's called the Four Sword Dungeon. It relates to the Four Sword game that was, like, combined with it. And they remake the first 4 bosses, but harder.
Oh, God.
So, his remake, or his harder version, is instead of just little puffballs, it's the blue jellies around them. So you got to pull the blue jellies off and then kill them, but they may shock you as soon as you pull them off. So it makes that boss harder.
All right, this is the third one.
The Helmosaur King, you have to break his helmet twice. So like you break his helmet off and then it regrows.
On.
So you got to do that twice, and he shoots out like more fireballs. And it, like the bosses generally move faster. With blind, I forget what makes that one harder.
That's nuts.
Oh, I remember. So when the heads come off, you then have to. The head starts flying around the room, and you have to bounce it back onto the body.
Oh, come on.
It's not as difficult as it sounds. Like you basically just have to swing in and
Sounds
it kind of
pretty damn hard.
the way that like the sword swings and everything, it mostly directs it back to the body just by hitting it.
What the hell?
As long as you're swinging in the general direction of the body, it'll go back there. So yeah,
did
second
another
dungeon's
one.
done.
Oh, that was the second.
That is dungeon.
We're going to go to the third now, or are we going to the seventh just to be safe? The fact that you have to think about it that long
I think I go to
scares me.
I think we're gonna go to the third. At this point,
Oh my god.
yeah, we're gonna go to the third.
This is the most fucked progression system.
It's
Don't get me
almost-
wrong, it's amazing, but Jesus.
It's like the method you watch Star Wars movies. You don't watch them in order. You start with 4.
I should do that. I should make the time to do that. To rewatch all the Star Wars from scratch. I really should, man. Sometimes, like, I have a pretty decent memory when it comes to general information, watching or reading or, like, doing games or whatever. And, like, I can generally remember certain amounts of information. Not everything one-to-one, but for the most part, like, for playing Pokemon, I kind of remember some stuff. And it's just like, oh, it'll trigger going through it. Like, you'll remember it as you play it. For games, the same, like, when you watching a movie, it's like, oh, I remember this, I can skip it. Like, fast forward or just scrub the video or whatever. But sometimes you just got to redo something every so often.
So I'm going to pick up a rock and
Throw it in the water.
throw it in the water.
That, I hated doing that. I
Piss off a catfish.
hated. That's a big fish.
He gives me an earthquake medallion to go away. Leave him alone. So, okay, I'll leave him alone.
You can trigger earthquakes?
It's another screen nuke. So there's three of those medallions. I've gotten 2 of them.
So wait, what was the other one? I remember
There's Bombos with the fire.
that one. Yep.
This
that
one
was
is
the one you got.
Quake. So the Bombos does fire on the screen and then it lights enemies on fire.
Okay.
The Quake medallion
Stuns enemies.
stuns enemies and turns them into jellies. I don't actually
How the hell does that work?
I don't ever use it, so.
I kind of figured.
But they turn into a different sprite, and it's like a jelly.
What are the other two?
And then there's Bombos, which is the fire, and then the third one I think I'm gonna go get now.
Oh, okay. So the hook shot obviously gets you, sidetrack a little bit, but the hook shot gets you over locations.
Yes, it allows you to span distances if the hook shot has something to connect into, such as a stone or a sign, a chest, a pot, something you can grab onto.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So you weren't paying attention
A little bit.
last time, but I went into this cave before.
I might remember it.
I
I somewhat remember some of this. That's a bounce pad. That looks annoying as hell. 600 rupees. I haven't checked. Almost 700. Oh, now you can do this.
now I can get across that pit. And then the one of the only times we use them at.
Oh, so you can do that.
Yep. Lets me pass through objects.
What?
Turns me invisible. Yep.
And a heart piece.
And a heart piece, and now I can stop that annoying beeping.
And it heals you completely.
Yep.
That is nuts. You
I'm
can go
just
to
gonna
the light world.
jump in the light world.
What? Jump down.
So other than killing kids and upsetting old men, this is what this flute's actually for.
What just happened?
It's fast travel.
What just happened? Did you just call the bird?
Called the bird.
That was the bird that from the statue.
That was the bird from the statue. It's a fast travel system.
My head is in my hand right now. My head hurts. Ow. Okay. Okay. I guess I can have to accept that. So we're heading to what? The third?
Right now we're actually gathering items. The third dungeon's gonna wait.
Okay.
Because, like, part of the thing with this game is, as you get more items,
You still need more items.
you can now travel to different areas.
Oh, backtracking.
This is something I could have done
A while ago.
as soon as I got the Master Sword. It's just out of the way. So
What is that?
actually, I could have done this as soon as I got the cape. No. Yes. Changed my mind. Why did I change my mind? I don't remember why I changed my mind.
You don't know what you're doing now. Great.
No, I do know what I'm doing. I just...
Maybe you should have gone in the cave, but you didn't. You want to go back to that spot?
So, I know I changed my mind. Because, what I'm going to do after...
Oh.
You thought I was going to get
Yeah, I thought you were going to
thrown back. I did too. But I didn't. Because, like, what I'm going to do once I get... it's like where I jump down on that cliff. I'm going to go into that cave. It's just...
What the
in order to get out of that cave, I'm just going to save and quit out of the cave. So I went up here to get this first, so I didn't have to come back up here and do it again.
Now you don't have to come back here.
So now I don't have to come back here for a while.
Nope. Nope, 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 nope.
What?
Wouldn't come in here.
Why?
What the
What are spikes?
Come on. Oh, and you can still do all the other stuff.
Yep. You can still swing your sword. You're basically invincible. And then I got another item that makes me invincible.
What?
That's what the blue cane does. At the cost of magic,
I think I'm getting way too tired
it makes you invincible.
to think that this is acceptable.
Yep. So,
Come on.
so we've collected everything, and next time we're gonna move on, and
God.
progress the plot, and get more,
2, 3,
main story.
5, 6, 7.
There's not much left.
9 objects. Not counting hearts.
There are 2 more required items. 3. 3 more required items on here. Everything else is optional.
What the hell? What was the max heart?
20.
Okay.
But we'll check that out next time.
Oh my god. What the hell are we doing?
I'm just destroying this game.
That's pretty apparent.
Because I love it.